Hello everyone, welcome to Simply Delicious. This is Chris B. I'm so glad that you guys decided to join me on my channel today to watch me cook for you, to show you how I do things in my kitchen. This has been a joy for me to do this and to share with you some of my really quick, simple recipes that I like to do when I have time to cook. All right, so in this episode, what I'm going to do is I am going to cook some asparagus and some grilled boneless chicken thighs. Okay, so it's something healthy, it's something fast, and it's quick. And in this video, I'm going to keep the video rolling and I'm going to show it to you just like it is with no editing and show you the exact time it takes for you to cook it from start to finish. Okay, so in this video, just so you know, to get started, what I have is some fresh asparagus from the store. Now this asparagus, to be honest, I bought it a little while ago and it's time for me to cook it before it goes bad. Okay, so when you buy your vegetables, be mindful that they will go bad, so you need to cook them in a relatively short period of time, or you need to wash them and freeze them. Okay, I'm going to need some onion for today. I'm going to use white onion. I have some garlic powder. I'm going to use the seasoning today. I'm going to use a little bit of black pepper, and I'm going to use some celery salt. Okay, some celery salt. Okay, and I'm going to use a little bit of butter. I'm going to use a little bit of lemon, and I'm going to use some boneless chicken thighs. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to turn it around. Y'all hold on a second. Okay, so what I have going right now is my Foreman grill, which is nice and hot. Okay, and what I'm going to do on my board here is I'm going to put on some chicken, this chicken here. And what I'm going to do with this chicken actually is I'm going to pat it dry, because I want it to be as dry as it possibly can be. Okay, all right, so let's get that going. So we're going to take a paper towel and we're going to dab it dry. Get as much moisture off as possible. Now when you're working with chicken, you want to make sure that you're very careful, because you don't want salmonella poisoning, right? All right. So we got the one side there, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit it with this, sprinkle on some of this garlic powder. The higher you are, the more it'll spread out. So just be mindful of the height that you have when you're seasoning. Okay, we got some black pepper here. And I'm just going to tap that on. All right, and then I'm going to add some celery salt here on the one side. And also, got to add that in, I'm going to put some olive oil on the chicken. All right, because I want the chicken to visit the grill. I don't want it to stay. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to give the chicken a little bit of a drizzle. Okay. All right, and then I'm just going to kind of just rub it in. I'm just going to dab it in with my silicone brush. Okay. Let's get that going. Let's get a little bit more on there. There we go. All right, so I'm just gonna rub that in, and what I'm doing is kind of just spreading that seasoning around with that. Now, a lot of times what I actually do is I'll oil the chicken first and then put my seasoning on, but you can do it in either order, it doesn't really matter. Okay, and then we're gonna just flip this over. Okay. And when you're seasoning your meat, you season your meat to your own taste. I'm going to take this paper towel and just dab up some of this excess moisture here. You don't have to get it all, but you're just trying to get enough of it so you can form a crust when you are grilling, okay? So again, I'm just going to sprinkle on some garlic powder here. And then I'll put the celery salt on this time. It don't matter what order you put it on, just as long as you get it on here. Okay. And then when you're dealing with salt, don't go overboard with the salt because nobody wants salty food. That's gross. You want the salt to taste it. You don't want the salt to take over it. Okay. Then I'm just gonna put a little drizzle of olive oil on the chicken. Okay, just like that. And then I'll rub it in with my brush. And as y'all see, I'm using my favorite tools in the kitchen, which is my tongs. My favorite tool in the kitchen is my tongs because it has multiple uses for me. Seems to work out best for me. You may have your own, you may have a spatula, you may have a pitchfork, or you know, it might even be a skillet, who knows, but that's my favorite. Okay, so before I put this chicken onto my Foreman grill, I'm going to give it a little spritz. Now, if you're a real cook like me, I don't clean my Foreman grill every single time I use it, because I did grill some more chicken on this earlier, just so you all know. But generally, I keep it clean, so if some of y'all be like, oh, what is all that on there? That ain't gonna hurt nothing. Okay, nice and hot. All right, so we're just gonna put that chicken on there like so. Hear that sizzle? Gonna line that up on there real good. I still love my Foreman grill. Yes, I do, because it's very convenient. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the lid down on this and we're gonna cook this for about 5 minutes. All right, so when I bring the lid down, I'm gonna set my timer for 5 minutes. So now that's going. All right, so back up here to me, yay. All right, so the chicken is going. On the stove, I have some boiling water, okay? And that's simple, just water in the pot and let it come to a boil. All right, so in this pot, what I'm gonna do is add some kosher salt. Okay, let me grab my salt over here. That's way over there, so it's been over here, okay. All right, so let's get the lid off here. Make sure you're using your mittens because nobody like burnt hands, okay? All right, so what we're gonna do is put just a little bit of salt in my hand, drop it in this water. Let that salt dissolve in the water, okay? Okay, so now we're back up here again. We're turning. All right, so let's bring you over here a little bit closer. All right. So we're over here on the chopping board. Okay, so what we're gonna do is take the ends of our broccoli, of our asparagus here, about that much, let's see, what inch is this? About a couple of inches off the edge. I cut a couple of inches off. Just gonna throw these over here to the side. Okay, I'll throw them in the sink here. And then what I'm going to do is take these rubber bands off that they put on there. They make it easier to chop. Then I'm gonna cut these in half, okay? And of course, this is the very tip, okay? So we're gonna cut these in half. All right. And then what we're gonna do is gonna turn on the water and we're gonna give these a quick rinse. We're gonna give them a quick rinse and then we'll be done with those, okay? All right, so let me just throw these in here a second. All right, so I got my glass bowl here. I'm just gonna, my glass measuring bowl. Okay. So I'm just gonna rinse these around in some cold water. All right. Okay. And I'm just gonna rinse them around. Let the water overrun. All right. And then I'm going to take my strainer here and I'm just going to pour those in there. Okay. So now we got those rinsed off. Okay. So now I'm going to add those asparagus spears inside of my boiling water. Okay. All right, let's not put them all in there, make a mess. All right, so I'm going to boil these in this water for about 5 minutes. Okay. Now my time is almost up. I'm down to the last minute with that. All right, so I'm going to set another timer here for 5 minutes. All right, there we go. All right, so we're gonna boil those 5 minutes in boiling water, okay? Now let me get a plate so I can put my chicken on them because they're almost done, okay? I'm gonna hit the timer go off on that. So I'm just gonna take just a regular plate. I'm gonna get some of this foil. Real quick, get some of this foil. There's my timer for my chicken. So I'm gonna get some aluminum foil, put it over this plate, put the shiny side down. Then I'm going to lift my chicken off. Ooh, y'all see that? Got my kitchen in here smelling good, man. I'm gonna give my tongs a real quick wash in my hot soapy water that I have sitting off to the side, because I don't want to mix raw chicken with cooked chicken. You want to make sure that you don't cross-contaminate and keep it clean. Okay. So now I'm going to take this chicken off, all nice and moist like it is. We're going to put this into our aluminum foil here. And then we're going to wrap this up, and then that way it'll recirculate the moisture, and put that over there. It'll recirculate the moisture and it'll keep it hot as well. Okay. All right, so we don't need to form it anymore, so I'm gonna unplug it so it can cool down. So that's the chicken, that's done. All right, so what we're gonna do now, while my asparagus is coming together, it has about just over 2 minutes, I'm going to wash my knife and then take it here. Okay, and then I'm going to cut a ring, a nice thick ring. Okay, a nice thick ring of my white onion. Okay, I'm going to take that first layer off. Okay, both of those. There we go. All right. So in my skillet over here, y'all stay with me now. Y'all stay with me. All right, can you see me? Can you see me? All right. All right, so my my asparagus, it's almost there. Okay, so now in this pan, I put some olive oil, just a small pat of olive oil, about a tablespoon, and this equal amount of olive oil. Okay, I melted it down. Now I'm going to bring this back up to a heat. Okay, and what we're going to do is add this onion over here into this pan. All right, we slide you back just a little bit. We'll actually slide you forward. There we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is just piece this onion off in here, and this oil and butter. All right, so we're just going to take those rings off of there, and then we're going to bring that up to heat, and we're going to saute. Okay, so now my asparagus is almost there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this glass bowl over here that I was washing them in. I'm going to fill this up with ice and water. Okay. Now we're down to the last few seconds on the asparagus. The onion is coming together with the oil and butter over there. Got my skillet rolling. So I'm going to almost fill this up. Okay. All right, so my timer is going off for the asparagus. All right, so we're going to cut that off. All right. So I'm going to move this back just a little bit, and then we're going to bring you here so you can see what's happening. All right, let's turn it down just a little bit. There we go. All right, so now what I'm going to do is remove my lid here from my boiling water. See how nice and bright and green the asparagus is? That's what we want. And you boiling in that salted water, it's gonna bring it back to life. Okay. Then we're just gonna take our strainer here and pull that right out of the water right away. And we're gonna put it in this ice water to stop it from cooking. Okay. We don't want it to cook more. We want to lock in that color, and we want to keep our crispness. We don't want our vegetables all soggy. We want them to have some kind of bite to them. Okay. All right. So that's in ice water. That's done. All right. So we can turn this pot off. Okay. So now what we're doing is we got our onions over here sauteing. And when they get the color that I want on them, then what I'm going to do, ooh, that's hot. Okay. So we're going to stir this around. I'm going to stir that around. All right. Almost there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add the asparagus over here. And that's going to complete our meal. So it's almost there. Because what I want is a little bit of brownness on these onions, okay? I don't want them black. I just want to have a little caramelization, okay? And of course, if they're a little bit charred, that's fine too. But you know, it's all about what you want. I just want mine to have a good caramelization on them, okay? Okay, while that's going over there in that skillet, I'm going to wash out my handy dandy tongs again. I guess I'm going to have to get another pair of them, because I should have two, but I only got one. So we got to keep washing. Okay. All right. So now those onions are pretty much almost where I want them. So what I'm going to do is slough off some of this water. With my asparagus here. And I'm going to add this over into, I'm going to put these asparagus spears over into my saute pan here. And just so you know, I got the heat basically on high because I want this to come together quick. So what I want is for this keep saying broccoli, this asparagus to heat through. Okay, that's the goal here. So we got all those in there with the onion. You notice I did not add any salt. You do not want to add any salt at this point because you don't want your vegetables to go soft, okay? You want them to still have some elasticity. Now, like I said, I cooked them about 5 minutes. You can do it longer if you want to. Longer if you want them soft. If you want them to be even more sturdier, and as the French would say, crudité. I would say 2 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes if you want it crudité. But I want it in between. It's still got some bite to it. It's not like falling apart soft, but it's completely done through. Okay, and it doesn't have that rawness on it. All right. So I'm just going to toss this around. And then what I do for flavor at this point, instead of adding salt, what I do is I add a spritz of Italian dressing. Okay, not a whole lot, just a little bit. And then you just want to toss that in there. Okay, and like I said, have it up on a high heat. Let me get this out of here because I want to use this eye over here because this eye is much stronger than this one. So I'm just going to slide this over here a second. So I can do this today. Okay. With these modern stoves, what they like to do is have eyes at different sizes. I don't know why they do that, but whatever. I like this eye that's more encompassing of my skillet. Okay. All right. Here we go. And I'm just tossing that through. And we cooking in this kitchen, y'all. See how I'm tossing that? It's coming together. All right, so while that's heating through, I'm gonna go ahead and get my chicken on a plate here. All right, y'all see that chicken? Nice and hot. All right, and then we're gonna take this asparagus right out of this hot skillet. Perfect. Okay. So this is a well-balanced meal. Now, of course, you can add a nice roll if that's what you want to do, a croissant, a grand biscuit, or you can add some mashed potatoes, some kind of starch if you want to do that. But today, I don't want any starch. I just want the vegetable and the protein, okay? So here you have it, right fresh out of the skillet onto my plate. We have a delicious, healthy, boneless chicken thigh with asparagus. Hit it with a little bit of parsley to make it look nice. And there you have it. Again, welcome to Simply Delicious, everyone. We're so glad to have you join us. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the videos. It has been a blessing. Thank you all so much. And now I'm going to try this for you. Let you know how it is. Can you hear a crunch? See? So it's got a crunch, but I'm not crunching on these like I'm eating potato chips, okay? This is simply cooked perfectly for me. It's packed with plenty of flavor. There is not a whole lot of salt involved. Now, if you want to add some salt, this is the time to do it. See that? This is the time to add the salt. Okay. I don't eat these by themselves. Okay. And let's see about this chicken. All right. And let me put this down a second. Y'all can see it and understand what I'm doing here. So give me 1 second. All right. Now, this is real eating as it's being done. Okay. So y'all overlook my mess in my kitchen. This is a real kitchen. Praise God. All right. So let me bring that in just a little bit. There we go. Was not really a mess, but I just got stuff around that I'm using. All right. So let me bring this in a little bit more. I'm going to grab not a steak knife, but a butter knife. Show you how moist this chicken is. See this? Butter knife. Okay? Going to cut this chicken. See how soft that is. Don't play with me. I ain't doing no games over here in this kitchen. Okay? Look at how done that chicken is. Now that's a moist bite. Now I know y'all got some discriminate eyes here. You see this juice right here where my finger is? Ain't no games in this kitchen. Okay? Now let's cut these up into some bite-sized pieces. See that? Go ahead and take that bite. Ooh, what you say? All right. That's good. Goodness in your mouth. I can really taste that celery salt. Give it a nice little hint of freshness. And you can't go wrong with garlic. You can't do it. Not in my book. Now this is what I call a healthy bite. Asparagus spears and grilled chicken. Now, I have not edited this video at all. From start to finish, this is how long it took me to not only make it, but also eat it. Thank you all for joining my channel. Like I said, I am really enjoying making these videos. I hope that you're enjoying watching them as much as I'm enjoying making them. And, you know, in a little while, I'm gonna have some friends and family over to enjoy some of this food with me so you can get their reaction too. But anybody that knows me, know that's one of my best traits. I don't mess around in the kitchen because I love to eat. because I love to eat, I cook very well. Okay? If I want to, I can make a mouth water. Okay? Very good. I'm almost done with eating this one chicken thigh that I have in the spears that I placed on my plate. So good. I know y'all still hearing this crunch from this asparagus. 5 minutes. That's all it takes. 5 minutes in boiling water. A little preparation. The only preparation I did for this video was setting up my camera. Is I put some water in a pot and let it come to a boil. And it took about 5 minutes or so for that to happen. And after that, everything else you saw. Just lost one. I'll have to get it later. But anyway, I have just finished everything on my plate. Even the onion. It's so good. Caramelized. Yum, yum, yum in my tongue. Thank you all again for watching. And I hope that you are blessed. If you're not blessed, seek God. I know that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No man come to the Father but by him. If you believe it, you shall receive it. All right? Heaven smile on you, and thank you so much for watching me, Chris B, here on Simply Delicious. Signing off. Bye for now.